Hi, I'm Zach. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I quit my day job to pursue my dream job 7 months ago. And although I did not reach my goal of being able to sustain myself from my dream job, I did surpass expectations. So I quit my day job 7 months ago, and I must say I did not quit uh, on a whim. I've done this before, and I had some income coming in and some connections for paid gigs, and a one Patreon at the time. After I quit my day job, it went up to two. But I had some results and some compensation and incentive to quit my day job. But I must admit, I'm very guilty of being delusional and going headfirst and taking huge risks, huge leaps of faith. So I quit my day job 7 months ago to pursue music, being a singer-songwriter and a performer. But once I quit, I was expecting to eventually go back to a day job. And I told my day job this, and they said they would welcome me back in fall. Well, I told them that I would be expecting to be coming back around fall because I had this much money and I expected to make this much money street performing, and not much else happened. And so the first couple months, whenever I street performed, I was like all in. As soon as I woke up, I would street perform, and I would make comment. I was live streaming like 2-3 times a day, sometimes making videos, and I was meeting a lot of people. And around that time, I met Jeffrey A. Jackson, and he is someone with much more experience in music production than me, who helped me produce my first professionally produced album with drums and bass and lead guitar and a bunch of vocals. And so I did not expect that. And that is one huge chunk that I knew that I needed to take my business and career to the next level, because I had over 100 songs on Spotify, and still do have over 100 songs on Spotify, and I love those songs. They're awesome, but they were produced by me, and I am not a professional producer. I'm not the best at producing. I'm an artist. I'm a singer-songwriter and a performer. And Jeff, he's also an artist and a singer-songwriter and a performer and a multi-instrumentalist, and I would say he's much more talented than me and much more experienced. And he helped me take my music to the next level and actually produce a album of higher quality than anything I've ever done before. And so that is one huge thing that happened that was unexpected. Another thing is, in those first couple months, I made a lot of money in tips, just street performing, just being there consistently every single day, and in my all green, and playing my original songs mostly. I did learn some cover songs, but I made more money that I expected to. And so when fall came around and I had partnered up with Jeff, because there's many other things that we started working on, like his TV show, and networking, and building a list of people and potential contacts and CD labels, and so I was working with Jeff, and it was about 4 months into quitting my day job and about to be fall time, or maybe that was fall. I'm not too good at math, but what I'm trying to say is all these things happened that I did not expect, and they were huge wins and success, and that kept me going. And overall, this last year, 2024, I'm recording this in 2024, like 2 hours before 2025. This is December 31st. And last year, or the beginning of this year, what I really wanted to accomplish was just creating better music and better quality versions of the recordings I had, or I knew that's what I needed to focus on, that and marketing and networking and relationships. And so I actually surpassed my expectations on all of those things, on as much as I thought I would be able to accomplish. Because the album that we have now, I never thought that I would have that within a year. I thought that, you know, maybe if I record a song every single day, which I stopped recording every single day and I started street performing. But at the beginning of the year, I was thinking I'm gonna make 300 songs and put them out on Spotify, because the more I do, the better I get at it, and eventually I will produce amazing music. And but whenever I actually quit my job and went full head first, I knew that my strength was not producing, and I knew that I should focus on my strength, which is being an artist, writing, and performing. And so that's what I did. And I knew that doing that, street performing every single day, and just talking to people and also going places inside venues and talking to people, that was another major thing I needed to work on, which was networking, building relationships with people that could help work with me, and we could help each other out and take each other to the next level. And that's what I did with Jeff and a number of other people. There's a number of other people and friends, but business partners and just relationships which are mutually beneficial that I've met along the way. And with all this being said, yes, I surpassed expectations, my own expectations, but it was still not enough. I still should have gone back to a day job sooner. And whenever I surpassed those expectations, it allowed me to become delusional and continue to chase it, thinking that I had already gone even further past my expectations. So now I was expecting it to keep going. I was like, oh, it was good the last 3 months, so the next 3 months probably going to be even better, because it's like a snowball. But sometimes it's like a snowball that gets hit by a rock and then it loses some snow, and then you build up again, then you lose some snow, and then you lose even more snow because you should have got a job and you were becoming delusional and didn't get a job, and then you lose a whole bunch of snow, and then you got one little snowflake left. But you know what? I'm still not giving up. But I got to change some things, because, we had a whole huge snowball, and I had a car, and I was making money from my dream job. Well, still am, but just not as much because it's cold and can't street perform. Still got the patrons, thank you patrons. And number of people who hire me to write songs, not that many. But I had the car, I had the money, and the momentum was going. What I should have done is, well, I should have been smarter and just kept the job and done all that the entire time, honestly. Or gotten a better job. Rather than a gas station, I should have gotten a job that pays much better, or one that I at least enjoy more, like a vegan restaurant, or a place where I could network with people that are vegan that would also be interested in my music. Getting a job like that. But now that I don't have a car, it's going to be harder for me to drive, because I live in Hillsborough, Missouri, which is like far away from anywhere. There's woods and not that many businesses out here. And once I had the car, I was driving into St. Charles and St. Louis, Missouri. And if I still had the car, then I would be able to go to all these opportunities. So what I'm saying is, yes, I surpassed my expectations, but then I allowed myself to stay delusional, and what I should have done is gotten a job, and then all that momentum that I had going, I could have invested into it and continued to pay my bills with my day job whenever my dream job fell flat. But whenever my dream job didn't fall flat, then that would be extra money for me to continue to invest into it. So that's what I'm going to do after this month. If the $1,000, well, even if the $1,000 is made, I will invest it back in. But if the $1,000 is not made, then I will go back to a day job and do that. That is the plan. And then I will surpass my expectations even more for 2025 as I keep a day job and continue to focus on my dream job and pay my bills, but also make the, not extra money, but make more income than I was making before and invest it back in to the dream job. And also savings, because it's important to save money. And that is another thing that I need to get better at, is just my finances and budgeting. Although I must say I'm very good at not buying nonsensical items and clothing and just fancy things. I don't care about that, but I do have my vices like caffeine, and I am addicted to nicotine, and I do smoke weed. And last year, I tried I tried to quit all that, and that is still something that I will do once again, is quit all that, because eventually I would like to be able to find my fulfillment and happiness and pleasure, whatever, without those substances. But last year it was very hard for me to quit it, and I did not do it. But it's worth it, I know. And then I can save even more money, because that's one of the biggest things holding me back is those expenses of buying caffeine, nicotine, and THC. And so I know that's another weakness that I have. But keeping a day job and not buying those three substances, or at least cutting back like a lot, is one way or two ways that I know I can drastically improve for 2025. And I will surpass my expectations this year, but also with music. I know I can be fully monetized. That's I'm just gonna leave it with low expectations so I can surpass them easily. Just kidding. No, we're gonna have 1 million subscribers by 2025. No delusion. I will not be delusional. But beyond expectations, I know I'm gonna continue to focus on myself and improving myself. So, Merry New Year. Happy New Year to you. For real. Thank you for watching this video. Leave a comment down below. Do you have expectations for the year? Are you good at not having expectations, and therefore you don't stress yourself out, but you still focus on your goals and get stuff done? Did you surpass your expectations for 2024? Or did you maybe not do as much as you'd like? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your opinions are of everything I discussed, of me, of anything else. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching. I was told that it's best to make 15-minute videos or longer, and I'm really not sure what else to say right now exactly about this topic. I don't want to say I'm struggling, but this is quite a challenge to reach 15 minutes. And now at this point, I feel like if I keep talking, it's just rambling, and it's going to waste your time. So, but I don't want to end it here, so I'm going to try to think of something very interesting, of value to tell you that is relevant to this video, and we shall do it. The thing that is interesting is surpassing my expectations of year 2024. There's nothing relevant, but I will share a random fact. Actually, no, I'm just going to pick up the camera. Let's walk around for a minute. Here, stick with me for one more minute. I'm going to show you behind the scenes of what it's like to walk in my backyard, my parents' backyard, in the middle of the night. Is it all pitch black? Can't see anything. Do you see the stars? Eventually, you're going to see something really cool, because it's actually a really, really pretty view over there. There's a lake, and it's actually kind of scary out here. I had a recurring nightmare as a child, where I was walking up this hill, and then there was like bright red light at the top of the hill, and very scary entities chasing me. It was a scary nightmare. Sorry, I'm not trying to scare you. You can't even see my face. I believe probably 99% of people have clicked away from this video at this point, but maybe YouTube will push this, because we're going to make it past the 15-minute mark, and I'm going to say something of value to you. Leave your questions down below of this 30-day challenge. Anything that you want to ask me or tell me that you think I need to hear. And yeah, do you have any dreams or aspirations? Have you lost your car because of them? Or have you ever tried to make $1,000 a month from your dream job? Have you ever made $1,000 a month from doing what you love? I have, but not this month. Not yet. Not yet. Have you ever pet a dog while they're sleeping? Hi, Sky. No, you're not sleeping. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I feel bad now. I'm so sorry. Ah. What's going on? They bark through the night at random things all the time. Oh, we're past 15 minutes. Okay. Say goodbye to Sky. They love you, Sky. I think. I love you. I'm sorry for doing that to you. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. All right. Thank you for watching, especially the people who stayed all the way to the end and watched all this nonsense. I appreciate you. For the animals. Woo!